Hey, it says what? Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today's video is a story time. I hope you stick around to listen to it. Let me know your thoughts. Many, many years ago, I was in a Facebook group. I still have a Facebook account, but I really don't like Facebook that much. I rarely go on it, but anyway, back then I was pretty active on Facebook, and I was in a stationery / crafting type of group. I don't want to say specifically what group it is, but it was a really huge group. They had thousands of people in it. And one day, a woman, posted that her brother was in prison, and guess he was in prison for life, and he was feeling really down, and she asked if people in the group would send him cards and letters. And she didn't specify why he was in prison. And in this group, there were a bunch of people that were pretty, Facebook famous in that group, in that little area of social media. But she wasn't one of them. I don't think she had ever posted in the group before. So, that was a red flag for me, but I wasn't interested in sending him a card. For whatever reason, I wasn't interested in it. But what did really fascinate me was there was reply after reply after reply from other women. I think at the time, this is really probably not even socially acceptable, but at this time, you had to be a woman to be in this group. They didn't allow men in the group. But anyway, I'm sure people made false profiles, things like that. But anyway, all of these women in the group were replying, yes, send me his address. I'll send him a letter. I'll send him a card. And I guess the original poster was private messaging the address or whatever. But at that time, I had a family member in the armed forces, and I knew of a organization where you could send a letter or a card to this organization, and it would forward them to a military person. I forget the name of that organization now, but they would take out your envelope and put it in another envelope, so your privacy was somewhat protected with that. But I think even at that time, there was some conflicts going on that the U.S. was involved in the Middle East and such. And, there were a lot of people away from home for the holidays and things like that. So anyway, here's where I got involved. I posted a reply saying, wow, I didn't realize so many people wanted to send cards to people they didn't know. But if you have any cards you'd like to send to someone, please consider this organization that sends cards to active deployed military personnel. I didn't say, don't send to the person in prison. I just said, if you have an extra card or you have the time to write a letter, here's another group of people that would appreciate it too. I didn't think, I really wasn't trolling. The me of today, total troll. But back then, I was kind of innocent. So anyway, I start getting hammered in this comment section of this Facebook post. People are calling me names. They are saying, I would never send a letter to someone in the military. Everyone I've ever known has been in the military, is a killer, blah, blah, blah. Like, I was like, what is happening? And I'm talking like the Facebook post blew up. It was like the most popular one in the group and all this. And I'm thinking, my ass is going to get booted out of this group. But, you know, I could have said a lot more in my post. Like, I think it would be foolish for someone to send a letter or a card with their return address to someone that they don't know in prison. Like, even if your intended recipient is not going to be not going to be eligible for parole for 30 years, there are other inmates who get out sooner, and believe you me, they share information. The last thing you want is someone tracking you down based on something you wrote, you know, or information you provided. But anyway, I truly didn't say any of that in my post. I just said, I was just kind of saying, wow, there's this group of people that feel compassion, want to raise someone's spirits. They have the time and the energy to create cards and letters and send them. How about direct some of that energy this way instead of this way? But, you know, again, I didn't say don't send it, you know, anyway. Long story short, or long story even longer, one of the admins in that group, it turned out her husband was on active military deployment. I didn't know that. And she went ballistic at all of the comments about disparaging the military. And, you know, who can blame her? You know, it's affecting her husband. But anyway, they ended up kicking the original poster out of the group. I don't know why. I think maybe because she was fighting with me, or she attacked me based on my reply. And then they booted out a bunch of people that joined in on the attack on me. I don't know. When I look on it now, one of the reasons why I'm not on Facebook anymore is a few years ago, I found myself interacting with a post that I thought was inaccurate or contained false information, and I tried to correct it by either linking them to information or telling them where they could go to get information I believed. And it's kind of a wake-up call for me. I thought, if I get to the point where I can't scroll past, I feel like I have to interact, maybe this Facebook place isn't the place for me. So I don't go back. I pop in every once in a while on some of my handbag groups, but there's just too much going on in Facebook for me to stay there for very long. But anyway, I can remember being really taken aback by the venomous treatment I got just for making that suggestion about sending cards to military personnel. And I wish I had been trolling. It wouldn't have hurt my feelings that as much as it did. But like I said, I was a different person then. Trust and believe now, I would have trolled. But anyway, then I would have gotten kicked out of that group. But anyway, that's my story time. Let me know what you think. Was I in the wrong? Be kind in the comments. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.